What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the show. Hopefully everyone's having an amazing morning, but you are not going to believe what just came out about XRP. A highly respected voice in this space just dropped some serious FUD, and the timing, it couldn't be more suspicious. But here's the twist. While the noise is trying to shake people out, guess what? Ando just made a move that might literally change the entire financial system. We're talking about the most extensive launch of tokenized stocks and ETFs in history. 100 plus assets on day one, over 1,000 by the end of this year. This is not a drill. Now, what does this mean for XRP? Where's the price going next? Well, there's one analyst with a breakdown that you need to hear, and it got people rethinking everything they thought that they knew. Welcome to the Bullwinkle Blueprint, the greatest crypto show on earth. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. And hey, if you're looking to go ad-free, we got a little join button. Hit that join button. You become a channel member. Channel members get no ads and they get some bonus TA, which is going up this morning right after this video. But the absolutely best way to support the channel, and it's 100% free, is to tap that thumbs up. Let's try to get over 1,000 likes on this video. I know we can do it. Without further ado, let's jump into a Bitcoin. $114,072. It's currently down 0.75%. Ethereum coming in at 3,621. It's currently down 1.75%. And XRP, yeah, buddy, coming in at $2.94. It is down 4.36%. Holy folks. Total cryptocurrency market cap still struggling to get to 4 trillion, which is a major, not only psychological level, but a major barrier for us moving forward. It's going to happen. It's going to break. You want to know what I see in the markets right now? I'm trying to rock you to sleep. We talk about that narrative a lot on the channel. That's exactly what they're doing. They are rocking you to sleep. You're getting tired. You're getting sleepy. You're starting to zone out. Lose all eyes that are on the market. And next thing you know, boom, they send this thing off and running to the races. It is that simple. And look at this staggering stat. 63.2% of you listen to the channel not subscribed. What's up? What are we doing? It's free. Subscribe. You got this. Edge Crypto put this out. We talk about this narrative a lot. It's very interesting. This is now up to 94.1% for rate cuts in September. Look, we're running out of time for this guy to cut rates. It's 100%. It's political at this point. We know what happened in 2013, 2017, and 2021 when the Fed cut rates. The markets went absolutely parabolic. Is Powell going to do what everyone is calling for him to do? Well, time will tell. I thought this year was going to happen in June, and guess what? It didn't. We knew it wasn't coming in July. There's no meeting in August. Next meeting is September. Will he do what everyone is screaming and calling for him to do? Ando Finance, this is huge. Folks, I cannot talk about Ando anymore. I just can't do it. You're either listened at this point or you didn't. This is going to be an absolute giant. They're already working with big names. We've showed you the clip yesterday about Ripple. We know they're partnering with Ripple. That was publicly announced. We can now see that OUSG is running through the XRP ledger. They're going to be launching tokenized stocks and ETFs very, very soon. 100 on day one and over 1,000 by the end of the year. Why does this matter? It's simple. Wall Street is going Web3. Think of every ETF, every stock that you know, Tesla, Apple, the SPY, QQQ, now going to be tradable 24/7 globally with instant settlement and zero middleman. That's a death blow to the old 9-to-5 stock market model. Tokenization unlocks liquidity. Imagine being able to buy a fraction of a high-priced stock, earn yield, or use it to DeFi for lending, borrowing, or staking. We're moving from owning stocks to deploying capital. You understand what this is going to do, not only for stock prices, since people who always been priced out are now going to be able to purchase fractions of a stock. Maybe some don't have enough money to buy an Amazon stock. Now they can buy a fraction of it. Just like you can buy a fraction of a cryptocurrency, you don't have to buy a whole. Not only will this bring in more capital and more money into this, but the fact that Ando's doing it, and then we got the Ando token, we got the work of Ripple and on the XRP ledger. You see how this all goes uphill rather quickly? This is the next phase of crypto adoption, everyone. Without needing to call it crypto, your average investor, they're not going to even realize that they're using blockchain. That's the way it should be. Just like you send an email, you got no clue how email works in the back end. And guess what? You don't care. I don't care. I don't care about the plumbing for the email and what's going on. I just care I hit send and that the person on the other end gets this. So think of it like when Spotify, when they digitized music libraries. One day we were all burning CDs and downloading songs illegally, and suddenly everything was streamed. It was on demand, frictionless. Tokenization is doing the exact same thing for the stock market. But instead of streaming music, guess what? We're streaming capital. And here's the Ripple slide. It won't get old. It doesn't get old. We talked about this yesterday. Ando is one of those that you should be buying every single week all the way up until 2030. And then look back and you won't even realize how much Ando you stock. This is a 25 to 50x. Everyone's always looking for the next big thing, the next greatest thing. It's right in front of your face, but people are just too lazy to do their own research. Well, I'm trying to help you. I'm pushing you in the right way. I just need you to run with it now and figure this one out, folks. I know you can do it. Then we get this, Caitlin Long. She's out there and she's talking shit. I'm not going to play this clip. You probably heard it. If you didn't hear it, you can go listen to it. It's all around on Twitter. Okay, it's 3 minutes long. We don't need to get into it. We're going to sum it up. So let's clear something in the air because there is way too much information that is flying around again on XRP and the XRP ledger. And some of it's coming from people who should know better, Caitlin. So let's break this down like I'm explaining it to a friend over coffee, because the truth, guess what? It's not that complicated. First off, the XRP ledger, it's decentralized. She said it's not. Despite all the noise, there's no magical central switch that, guess what? That Ripple can flip. It's like a public park. You can build on it, walk through it, hang out, but no one person owns the whole thing. Now let's talk about the ICOs. You always hear Ripple had an ICO. No, that's 100% false. Another dumb remark that she stated. There was no ICO period. Why does she go talk about the Ethereum ICO? Because if we're pointing fingers, we should really point fingers back at them. Vitalik stood on stage and admitted it. He also said that Ripple was easier legally. And Joe Lubin, he proudly claims he invented the ICO boom. So yeah, there's that. But here's the kicker. ETH was sold before the network even existed. Imagine selling tickets to a concert before the band even learned how to play instruments. That's exactly what happened here. Meanwhile, the XRP ledger was already built before a single XRP was ever sold. That's like opening up a restaurant before you start selling food, man. You're completely the opposite playbook here. So then we got the narrative that Ripple pivoted into tokenization. Bro, tokenization is literally why the XRP ledger was created. It's been in the DNA from day one. This is like accusing Tesla of pivoting into electric cars. No, that wasn't the plan. And here's something that no one wants to admit. Bitcoin is distributed by miners who sell it. XRP, well, it's distributed by Ripple selling it. Different method, same outcome. You get coins, you use the network, you build cool shit. That's what really matters here. Not where the coins came from, but what the networks can do. So next time someone tries to sound smart by trashing XRP with half-baked takes, just remember, most of them, they haven't done their homework, or they have a deeper, bigger, secretive narrative. And then Tom Lee's right here. Let's fast forward to this. Let's listen from this point on. Let's get into this.
First of all, if you look at the latest inflation report, the goods component that are tariff driven, it's been only mild. But also, if you use the same inflation measure Europe uses, which is inflation X housing, we're actually under 2%. The Fed, if they were the ECB, would be cutting right now.
That's interesting. So by the end of the year, or what target are you using now, and what time frame?
I think we're gonna rally pretty strongly in August. So I think we can get back to 65 or get to 65, 6,600 all-time highs in the next couple weeks.
And then 7,000 in the next 12 months, above that?
Yeah, probably well above that.
Well above that.
Yeah.
So Tom Lee is calling for these markets to start to boom and start to rip in August. I agree with this August time frame. I really do. All right. Remember, Tom Lee is a co-founder of Fundstrat. He's a former JP Morgan strategist, and he's one of the few guys who called the 2020 recovery after COVID crashed the markets. So what makes August different? Well, first off, inflation is cooling off faster than expected. Second, the Fed is likely done hiking rates, and some analysts are now expecting a rate cut before year end. If we're going to get rate cuts in September, we're probably going to catch wind of it late August, when I start to predict that the markets will start to move up into that bullish frame. August isn't a sleepy month. If we look back 2017, 2020, and even last summer, August gave us a serious move when the macro winds shifted. So if he is right, the S&P is going to break out, Bitcoin is going to surge, and altcoins are going to catch fire as risk appetite returns. That's what I'm looking for. I really like August shaping up to get, the little kick in the butt that crypto needs. We called the second half. That's what I'm sticking with. I believe if we see the rate cuts, that's going to spark an even further rally into September, leading us into that Q4 top time frame. That's what I'm looking at right now. If plans change or if they do not plan out, we go back to the drawing board. But that's where I'm going to keep it. Make sure you hit that thumbs up on your way out. I'll catch all y'all a little later this afternoon.